I don't want to jump the gun, but I think this actually might be my favourite Halloween look yet. Hello, welcome back, honey. Today we are going to create this excellent, if I say so myself, bullet wound hole. Very realistic, very easy, very beginner friendly. You only need, what is it, 3 products and you're good to go. So come in, take a seat and join me for this wonderful special effects tutorial. Little disclaimer, I am in no way a professional. I have never done any course on this. I am not qualified, any of that. I am just having fun. If there are certain things that you see in this video and you're like, oh, hold on a second, that's not right, well, I don't care, okay? We're here for a good time, not a long time. Just remember, I am not a professional. I am doing this purely for fun. I am teaching you what I know and hoping that it helps somebody. If it's too beginner friendly for you, feel free to move past this video. If it is too difficult for you, or you think it is, just watch, because it really, really is not as hard as you think. You will definitely be pleasantly surprised and hopefully amazed at your newfound talents if you follow this tutorial. It really does seem like a whole nother level of skill is required for this, but trust me, it is beginner friendly. So let's crack on, shall we? Hello my boo, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing some special effects.
No.
Okay. I thought for today's look we could do a bullet wound hole. A bullet wound hole? A bullet wound look. I've seen absolutely loads of these on Instagram and TikTok and Google searches and YouTube and practically every single form of social media and internet. So I thought, why not do it? I did do it for a look last year, but I'm not sure I had actual special effects makeup at the time of doing it, so I think it was a lot simpler than it's going to be today, but we're gonna try, okay? We're gonna throw ourselves into it like we do with every single creative look, because that's the only way to do it in my head. So here we are. We're starting with the Meron modelling putty wax, and it looks like this. I actually bought the wrong one. It was sometime last year, and I was supposed to get scar wax and I ended up buying the modelling putty / wax. So technically they do the same things. I think this was actually originally made for like reshaping your face, your nose and like your jawline and cheekbones and things like that. But it does the same thing, you know. I'm not fussy. I find this really easy to work with because it's thick AF. Do not be intimidated or put off or whatever the word is by the texture of it. It is absolutely fucking horrible. This is the one I've been using, but the texture is just, it's not it, especially if you've got any sensory issues. It will feel disgusting. It's very sticky. So a little tip would be to just lightly coat your fingertips in Vaseline or something oily. And that way it's not going to stick to your skin and you're going to be able to mould it a lot easier, supposedly. So I've already rolled some putty into like a little sausage and then made it into like a ring shape. This is going to be the actual bullet wound hole. The good thing about this modelling putty as well is that once you've made something with it, if you leave it out to dry, it will dry completely so you can reuse them. I tend not to, I should really, because it's wasting product, but I just don't like to keep things that make me feel sick. And this is definitely one of them. Let us begin. I have actually done my base makeup, obviously, as you can tell. You can do your base makeup and your eye makeup however you want. It is all down to preference, however you want to do it. This isn't part of the tutorial, so go ahead and do it how you like. So the first thing you want to do is apply the bullet wound hole. So I've actually put some eyelash glue on the back of this, and then once it's dried in a few more seconds, then we can just apply that straight to his forehead. I have used black eyelash glue, and I tend to use black eyelash glue when I'm sticking things to my face just because with it being black you can see where you've put it. It doesn't really apply in circumstances like these where I've applied it to the actual thing that I'm going to be attaching, but usually if I'm putting the glue onto my face directly I will use black because you can see where you've put it and it's just easier. Okay, so now that this is dry we're gonna stick it to his head wherever you want it. It doesn't matter if you get a bit of glue on your forehead like I have there because all around this is going to be dark anyway. And then we're just going to wait a few seconds or a minute and just wait for it to do its thing and stick. Once that has dried, I am taking some tweezers and just going around the edges of the wound and just flattening that into my skin, just starting to make it look like, we don't want it to look like it's just being stuck on, we want it to look like it is our own skin. So this will be the first step in the process, and obviously with it being thick it doesn't look realistic, like, you know, your skin is not that thick, is it? So it looks a bit sus. Then I'm just taking some concealer on a beauty blender and going over that. So this is the Nude Sticks concealer in shade 5. Of course, my fave. And we're only doing this light anyway because we just want to kind of make it look the same skin tone. But realistically, it don't matter. You can skip this step because it's going to be covered in blood anyway, so don't worry. Now let's get started on the blood because I know that's what you're waiting for. So let's go. Before we apply as blood, I'm just taking a yellow from the Mehron Paradise paint palette and just going really light around the edges because this is going to be where the bruising is. So we've applied the yellow and now I'm just going to do a little bit of the maroony colour and just use the yellow to blend that out. A combination of purple and yellow is like perfect for bruising as far as I'm concerned. Looks a little dodgy, but trust me when I say trust the process. You need to trust the process. When we're finished you'll understand. Then we're taking a black paint from the same palette and applying it all over the inside of the bullet wound. She's looking crazy. Then we're going to take some of that same crimsony purple shade that we used for the bruising and apply it just in sections around the bullet hole. After that, a brighter red and a fluffier brush, tapping that around the bullet hole. See, it's already coming together. Trust the process, honey. So now the paint's out of the way, we're going to take our Mehron coagulated blood gel, and this is thick, like thick. It's actually really gross, but I am yet to find anything better than this when it comes to fake blood. So we're putting up with it because it really does pay off. We're applying this to the very, very, very centre. Gross. And then we are going to do a trail of blood. And this can be quite tricky to like get it to look like it's actually dripping just because it's quite stringy. But I think the trick is just to make it like thicker right at the end here. So it looks like it is still dripping, but slowly, of course. Because we don't want it all up in his grill. She dead. Is it bleeding? Can you see why this is my favourite fake blood? Okay, find me something better than this. It looks so realistic and we're not even done yet. Honestly, Halloween is my favourite time of year because I do not have any creative block of any kind, and to be completely honest with you, that is when I'm happiest, when it comes to anything to do with makeup anyway. I love me some bloody stuff, some disgustingness. What a time to be alive. Okay, for the next star of the show, and it really is a star of the show for many different reasons, but the first reason being how budget friendly it is. This was £1.15 from Tesco, and it's 28 millilitres of fake blood, and you know, it is quite good. It's more of like a fresher blood look, a very bright, stains a little bit, but what's the alternative? Real blood? That'll stain worse, trust me. It's hard to get out. With this one, I am going to apply it to the back of a plastic palette like this. And then we're going to use a sponge to just add some more disgusting bloodiness. Ugh, disgusting. Then we're just going to use a brush just to pick some up, with to go around the edges of this wound. I think this just adds a little more depth and makes it look a little more realistic, instead of, because I feel like you can sort of see the colour of the putty coming through a little too much for my liking. This is just going to make it look that little bit better, in my humble opinion. I've just added some more blood here, and I'm taking it down the nose and down the side here, just because naturally, if that were to happen, I feel like that's the direction it would go in. So again, just making it more realistic, adding that depth. And a reason why this is so beginner friendly is because it doesn't matter how messy you get. The whole purpose of this is to be messy. Hello, who has a clean bullet wound? Nobody, hun. Nobody is the answer to that. Enjoy yourself. Get messy. And don't be a perfectionist. Trust me, it'll do not good for you when it comes to makeup looks like this. Okay? Just take my advice. Then all we're going to do with the remainder is just apply it just randomly. You want to look a bit rough, don't you? You want to look like you've been through it. And then just to like diffuse it a little bit, I just want to make it look like I'm just, you know, I'm kind of blood stained all over. I don't want these to be so prominent. Is that the word? Is that the word I'm looking for? Predominant? Prominent? So we're taking a brush that is quite wet. I haven't like pressed it against the side of the cup to, you know, get out the majority of it. I've just let it do its thing. Rubbed it in some red paint, and now we're going to just... Ooh, crazy. Okay, that's a real blood splatter, I like that. And I think I'm going to leave it there because I don't want to ruin it. I think this is just the right amount of blood splatter, whatever you want to call it. Whatever the professionals call it, okay? Whatever the professionals call it. I'm classing myself as a professional today, okay? And that is us done, honey. Like, excuse me, I cannot believe how quick that has just taken me. Half an hour, honey, half an hour. That is a world record for me. I'm usually really slow with things. It usually takes me like an hour to do eyeshadow alone. And it's literally taken half an hour. I'm very proud of myself and I think it looks amazing. Dare I say it looks professional. I think I've done a really good job, and I think it's really perfect for beginners because, like I say, you don't need to be neat with it. the whole purpose of it is to be messy because it's a bullet wound, so it is really perfect for beginners who are wanting to try something special effectsy and not feel intimidated by it. I feel like it's very forgiving. If it's not something that you're used to doing, or you're not used to playing around with special effects things, then it's a very good start. Like, for real though as well, who knew that I could feel so beautiful in this kind of makeup? I think that's wild to me. That is wild. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe if this channel is your vibe, and if you like seeing this kind of content and you want to see more and all of that, don't forget to have notifications turned on, because otherwise you're not going to see shit. Love you, bye.